Hey folks, RPG a day, day 15. Question today is, which RPG do you enjoy adapting the most? Now, the first thought I had was adapting to, but then I started thinking, we can also address this adapting from. First, adapting to really enjoy, I have to say it's RuneQuest 2. Because it's kind of cool to take the information that comes from a generic fantasy type setting and be able to twist it to fit Glorantha, which has its own culture, its own mythology that is radically different from your run-of-the-mill everyday fantasy environment. Now, right close, if there's any doubt, right close behind that is the fantasy trip. But mostly it's because that's so simple. It's so easy to convert to the fantasy trip. It's amazing. I've been doing that for years and years and years. But that I really enjoy, I'd say RuneQuest, because there's this flavor that you can get from just twisting concepts and ideas. Now, which do I enjoy adapting from? I would say Dungeons and Dragons, any edition, just because they've got their basic leveling system. It's fairly generic in its taste, and there's a lot of them out there. I've got a good handful myself. One thing about D&D modules that does bother me is that they seem to feel like if I'm going to write a module, I have to invent a new spell and I have to invent a new monster. No, you don't. But that's just, the one thing that does bother me. For example, on adapting, I have T1. In fact, I got T1 through 4, Temple of Elemental Evil, Village of Hamlet, Moat House, stapled almost any universe's environment. We used to call Hamlet the what do you call it? The multiplanal village, because it's in everybody's universe. But anyway, I've taken the T1 module, the T1 through 4. I've even got the 4th edition copy of that. I don't think there was a 3rd edition or 3.5 that went out, but I could be wrong. But I know I've got at least a couple of different versions of the module. And so I was able to take, T1 Village Commons my baseline, but I can take this stuff from 4th edition because they make a lot of changes in that. For example, Loreth, the Beautiful. The bad guy at the bottom of the Moat House. In the 1st and 2nd edition, he's just a human cleric. In the 4th edition module, I believe they made him a drow. And yes, I say drow, I don't say drow. Drow just sounds wrong to me. They make him a drow. Well, for me, the first thing I would have done is, okay, if this is a drow cleric, she is going to be female. And they have a dragonborn down there as lieutenant for the 4th edition one, and some stuff they change around. But in adapting that to RuneQuest and Glorantha has been a treat. Taking those levels, getting the skill percentages rolled out. I got a system for how I do that. Are they at Rune Lord level or not? And all the extra stuff that comes with that. And the races. I thought it was really cool for the ref to have a dragon newt. Well, Dragonborn made him a dragon newt. That's a Gloranthan thing. And dragon newts are weird. You can never really understand why they're doing anything. They're aliens. But he's obviously not a beak dragon newt. It's a small little scout guys. So he's at least a crested dragon newt, which are the big tough warrior guys. Their scales are actual armor. They use bastard sword sized weapons. They're big hunky fighter guys. but he could possibly be a tailed priest. I don't think so. I went with the crested dragon for my adaptation. Pardon me. But then there's Loreth. What do we do with him or her? Is he or she a dark troll tied to either the goddess of spiders or the goddess of fungus? Because you have those in Glorantha, and it fits right in with the whole Temple of Elemental Evil synopsis that's going on. And then, you know, the drawer subspecies of elves, other neat elves that live underground in Glorantha. Well, kind of. There are these things they call black elves. That normal elves are actually plant people, so they're based off of, you know, plant life. And there's this thing called a black elf. That's not really an elf. It's an Aldryami, which is what the elves are in Glorantha. Because it's not really a tree type, deciduous or other kind. But they're based on mushrooms. Now, is that cool? Is that a neat twist? You get these black elves, or could be possibly a dark troll, but I like this whole black elf idea. Now, the Gloranthan black elves are very different. Oh, elves in Aldryami in Glorantha are very different to begin with. Like I said, they're based on they're plant people. They're based on trees, similar to what most people think of when they think of dryads. And some of them with the new artwork from the Guide to Glorantha, you know, some of them look like trees. I don't really envision them that way so much. The High Elf King or the High King Elf picture they've got in there, that's how I envision Gloranthan elves. You know, their skin is kind of barkish, and they've got leaves for hair and, you know, that kind of thing. But these mushroom guys, they've got all kinds of weird stuff with their poison pads and that kind of thing. It actually ties in with the Drow when you think about it, because they're using their hand crossbows with poison darts. Well, there's a relationship there. Still trying to figure out how far I'll go with that or not. But that's just a taste of what I enjoy in my adaptation. Taking a basic Dungeons & Dragons module, twisting it, pulling it, finding what modifications other editions have done to it, and then making that Gloranthan twist. It's a lot of fun. A lot of fun. So what do I enjoy the most adapting to? RuneQuest. Adapting from Dungeons & Dragons. Ciao.